And here is the Vegan's Almanac for today, the 11th of April. The second Saturday in April is National Catch and Release Day. Catch and release fishing is cruelty disguised as sport. Studies show that fish who are caught and then returned to the water suffer such severe physiological stress that they often die of shock. Fish often swallow hooks, and anglers may try to retrieve a hook by shoving their fingers or pliers down the fish's throat, ripping out not just the hook, but some of the victim's throat and guts as well. When fish are handled, the protective coating on their bodies is disturbed. These and other injuries make them easy targets for predators once they're returned to the water. Fish feel pain because, like all animals, they have nerves. Fish caught on hooks struggle out of fear and physical pain, desperate to breathe. Once they're hauled out of their environment and into ours, they begin to suffocate, and their gills often collapse. In commercial fishing, their swim bladders can rupture because of the sudden change in pressure. When deep water fish are pulled to the surface, the animal's eyes bulge, their organs swell to unnatural painful sizes, and their blood vessels burst. These and other pressure-related injuries are called barotrauma, which can be deadly. Attempts to return the terrified victims to their home depths are often futile due to the extent of their injuries. A wealth of scientific evidence shows that fish are highly intelligent, have great memories, and are socially sophisticated. They've been shown to use tools and even communicate with each other using sign language, squeaks, and squeals. Fishing gear harms fish and other animals. Every year, anglers' abandoned tackle creates a trail of victims, including millions of birds, turtles, and cats, who sustain debilitating injuries due to swallowing fish hooks or becoming entangled in fishing line. Wildlife rehabilitators say that discarded fishing tackle is one of the greatest threats to aquatic animals. Instead of fishing, enjoy other activities in nature that don't hurt animals, such as hiking, camping, and canoeing. The publication of Beyond Cages, Animal Law and Criminal Punishment by Justin Marceau was on this day in 2019. For all the diversity of views within the animal protection movement, there is a surprising consensus about the need for more severe criminal justice interventions against animal abusers. More prosecutions and longer sentences, it is argued, will advance the status of animals in law and society. Breaking from this mold, Professor Justin Marceau demonstrates that a focus on carceral animal law puts the animal rights movement at odds with other social justice movements and may be bad for humans and animals alike. Animal protection efforts need to move beyond cages and towards systemic solutions if the movement hopes to be true to its own defining ethos of increased empathy and resistance to social oppression. Providing new insights into how the lessons of criminal justice reform should be imported into the animal abuse context, Beyond Cages is a valuable contribution to the literature on animal welfare and animal rights law. Justin Marceau is Animal Legal Defense Fund Professor of Law at the University of Denver. He has been retained as an expert witness in the fields of criminal law and animal law and has published leading articles in both disciplines. He is the inaugural chair of the Scholars Committee for the Brooks Institute for Animal Rights Law and Policy. And here is a portion of a poem for today, Fish by Elizabeth Bishop. I caught a tremendous fish and held him beside the boat, half out of water, with my hook fast in a corner of his mouth. I admired his sullen face, the mechanism of his jaw, and then I saw that from his lower lip hung 5 old pieces of fish line, or 4 and a wire leader with a swivel still attached, with all their 5 big hooks grown firmly in his mouth. A green line frayed at the end where he broke it, 2 heavier lines, and a fine black thread still crimped from the strain and snap when it broke and he got away. Like metals with their ribbons frayed and wavering, a 5-haired beard of wisdom trailing from his aching jaw. I stared, and victory filled up the little rented boat from the pool of bilge where oil had spread a rainbow around the rusted engine, to the bailer rusted orange, the sun-cracked thwarts, the oarlocks on their strings, the gunnels, until everything was rainbow, 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 and I let the fish go. A portion of the poem Fish by Elizabeth Bishop. This has been the Vegan's Almanac with a reminder that all fishing, including catch and release, injures wildlife.